Hi, it's Jennifer Ho from Minnesota Housing. Welcome to another edition of Mobile Minnesota Housing. Today we're in downtown Minneapolis at Park 7. Had a chance to meet up with Deb Moses, the head of House of Charities today, and she walked us through several of the apartments here at Park 7. There have 35 residents in the building so far, so they're a little over halfway full. Everybody here is chronically homeless, living with a disability, many of whom were living outside or maybe in one of the hotels that were stood up because of COVID. The units are great. They're fully furnished thanks to the generosity of Thrivent, a neighbor next door. Really sweet beds and table and chairs. The cabinets are full of dishes and pots and pans. Nice closet space. You can see that there's just a lot of light and the opportunity to be able to just see the outdoors while having, the peace of mind of having your own place. It's pretty exciting. I had an opportunity to chat with Deb a little bit just to find out more about how they're approaching the residents here at Park 7. It's a snowy day in October, a perfect time for people who have been living outside to be able to move inside to a place like Park 7. Talk about what you got here.
So we're excited for that reason specifically, is getting people off the street. We have 61 units, all efficiency apartments, all self-sufficient, for persons who are unhoused and are also experiencing different chronic illnesses. So.
The units are great. They're furnished, beds, tables, dishes. It seems like a really great setup. How were you able to do all that?
Well, we were really excited that Thrivent, our neighbor just a block down the street, across the street, donated $1 million to furnish this building. So that included fully furnishing, outfitting every unit, as well as having attic stock for the future as things get worn out and get used. So it was a great collaboration with private business and us.
I won't make you talk about the capital stack because you're the service provider, but National Housing Trust Fund money, over $3 million, state housing infrastructure bonds. So I guess I'd say thank you, Congress, thank you, HUD, thank you, Minnesota Legislature, housing support money from the Department of Human Services, and of course, Minnesota housing staff is going to be really proud of this building. Your history is so marked by harm reduction, whether it's in the healthcare setting or now in a housing setting. It sounds like you kind of live and breathe harm reduction. So talk a little bit about the theory of supporting residents, many of whom haven't had their own place maybe for even decades.
Okay, well, first of all, sometimes I feel harm reduction is a misnomer because it has such a bad connotation to it. Because really what we do is we treat everyone as an individual. So we don't have the same expectation from one person to the next. And we are there to support people at whatever level of recovery they want to be in. So, and if you go to SAMHSA's definition of recovery, Substance Abuse Mental Health Administration, you'll find that sobriety is not in that definition. The definition is about getting people to live the life that they want to live. So we work with each person to get them to that point. Now, if they keep getting consequences that they don't want to have, then we can use that as information to help them move to the next step. Because most people have a really clear idea of what their goals are, where they want to be, and if their use or their behaviors are getting in their way, we're going to help them get to a place where they can be as productive as they're able to be and want to be in a way that reduces the amount of services they need as well, but also gives them to be a more productive part of the community here and later the broader community.
I heard it described once as pre-recovery, right? That was a clever term to sell a project in Seattle to a city council. It was pre-recovery housing. The other thing that's really unique about this property is you're allowing pets.
We are, and it's something that I feel strongly about, but everyone in the project was excited about. We have a dog run. We know that a lot of people stay on the street because they can't bring their dogs with them into housing, so we didn't want that barrier there, and we didn't want to have to do all the, this is a service dog kind of situation. It's all dogs are service dogs. They're our companions, and for people particularly that have spent a lot of their lives alone, they need their companions with them, and that'll help them also be, towards their next goals of being able to stay calm and loving. Like right now with COVID, I mean, being able to hug your dog is one of the most important things anyone can have. So
That's great. Well, we're out today, but I will note that we also have masks, and we're doing this socially distanced and safe, because that's really important too. I noticed that your staff and your residents have the masks, so that's so important right now.
yeah, we want to mitigate risk as much as possible. We do know that the residents we have are susceptible to all viruses, all infections. Because of their past lives, a lot of times their immune system is significantly suppressed. So we want to make sure this is a very clean and healthy environment.
Well, thank you. Thank you to you and your whole team, the team over at Trellis who helped pull this deal together. Every supportive housing project is kind of a miracle, and it takes the commitment of many people, oftentimes over a long period of time. And you finally did it, and we're open, and we're here, and it's pretty exciting to realize that we're in a place where so many people can call home.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for all your support. And we're glad to make this a home for the people that come to us.
I really appreciate that you care about the housing that Minnesotans are helping to build, especially for people who have had long histories of homelessness. Places like Park 7 aren't easy to build, but think about how life-changing they're going to be for every single resident who's here. We're going to be out on the road down in Rochester and back again in Minneapolis this week, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching. All right, mask up.